Hello and welcome to our eclectic collection of inspirational, wise, and humorous old anonymous quotes, sayings, proverbs and fables, collected over the years from a variety of sources. We want you to consider each visit to our site as an endless resource for your mental refreshment. So, let's get started. In China, where the ancient Taoist philosopher, Zhuangzi, tells the story of the butterfly dream. Zhuangzi dreamt that he was a butterfly, happily fluttering about. But when he woke up, he wasn't sure if he was a man dreaming he was a butterfly or a butterfly dreaming he was a man. The moral of the story? Reality can be elusive and subjective, so don't be too quick to judge what's real. Next, we'll travel to Russia and hear the tale of Ivan and the wolf. Ivan is a brave hunter who comes across a wolf caught in a trap. Instead of killing the wolf, Ivan sets it free, and in return, the wolf promises not to harm him. Later on, Ivan falls asleep in the forest and is woken up by the wolf, who warns him of danger ahead. Thanks to the wolf's warning, Ivan is able to avoid a band of thieves and returns home safely. The lesson? Kindness pays off in unexpected ways. In Africa, there's a fable about the spider and the sun. The spider is always busy spinning her webs and catching flies, but she dreams of touching the sun. She climbs a tall tree and spins a web all the way up to the sun, and when she finally reaches it, she's able to leave her mark on the sun's surface. The lesson? Even the smallest creature can achieve great things if they're determined enough. Let's head to Greece and hear about the fox and the grapes. The fox comes across a bunch of grapes that are just out of reach. After several attempts to get to them, the fox gives up and declares that the grapes are probably sour anyway. The moral? It's easy to dismiss something you can't have as unimportant or undesirable. In Norway, there's a legend about the trolls who turn to stone when the sun rises. The trolls are mischievous creatures who cause trouble at night, but when the sun comes up, they turn to stone. The story is a reminder to be careful of the dangers that lurk in the darkness and to appreciate the light of day. In Mexico, there's a folktale about the rabbit and the moon. The rabbit, who is always getting into trouble, decides to try and steal the moon. He jumps as high as he can, but he falls short and lands in a cactus, where he's stuck to this day. The story is a cautionary tale about the consequences of greed and overreaching. In Turkey, there's a story about the camel and the needle's eye. The camel wants to go through the narrow opening of a needle's eye, but it's impossible. However, the camel learns that if he sheds all his burdens and possessions, he can squeeze through. The moral of the story? Sometimes we need to let go of what we think we need in order to move forward. Moving on to South America, there's a legend about the hummingbird and the forest fire. A tiny hummingbird is flying over a raging forest fire, carrying a drop of water in her beak. Other animals scoff at her effort, but the hummingbird replies, "I'm doing the best I can." The lesson? Even small actions can make a big difference, and it's always worth doing your best. In Japan, there's a fable about the stonecutter who wants to be more powerful than anyone else. He wishes to be a mountain, then a storm, and finally, the sun. But each time his wish is granted, he realizes that there's always something more powerful than him. The moral? True power comes from within, not from external sources. In Egypt, there's a story about the lion and the mouse. A lion is caught in a hunter's net, and a mouse comes along and nibbles at the ropes until the lion is free. The lion is initially dismissive of the mouse's help, but later realizes that even the smallest creature can be a valuable ally. The lesson? Don't underestimate the power of others, no matter how small they may be. If you enjoy what you've heard and experienced, please hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to this channel for regularly uploaded videos. Turn on notifications so you can receive our latest videos as soon as possible. Remember, The power of your mind is limitless, and with the right mindset, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.